Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, I'm here at broketv123. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. So, we got a lot to talk about. Do 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 do. Okay. I guess I can unplug that now. So, how's everybody doing? Good? All right. So, once again, live show. Yeah. Why do I do these live shows? I don't know. I got nothing else better to do. Anyway, you know what? My hair is going to start to bug me. I know it. So I'm just going to let it down for right now. It's been bugging me all day. Man. So anyway, so we got so many subjects that I'm going to talk about. And, feel free to come in and comment. And if you have a topic that you would like to discuss, or you want me to discuss, basically, or whatever, talk about, come on in. I'm very knowledgeable on a lot of things. So yeah, let me know on that. Cool. Got the sniffles. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the lottery, right? So I played it yesterday. Of course, nobody won. It was up $1.1 billion. Yeah. And so I went and played it again today. And today it was up 1.3 or 4 million just in one day. It went up like that. That's crazy. So anyway, I went and played. I think I played like 5 times this time. Before I played I played eight times. But anyway, and I used the same numbers this time too. I didn't change nothing. So fingers crossed, right? See that? I can't do it. I can't cross my fingers. Anyway. All right. Well, anyway. So yeah, lottery. Let's talk about the curse of the lottery. The curse of the lottery. You can go watch it on YouTube and everything, watch all the different ones, whatever. I can tell you some of those I know, though. One of the most popular ones was this old dude. He's like an old cowboy, very nice guy, generous and everything and whatnot. And his curse was a little bit different than everybody else's. Like he kept like having like all kinds of weird stuff happen to people in his family, like mysteriously dying and whatnot. It was like, what's going on there? And he won I think it was like $300 million or something like that. It was huge. There was a nice black gentleman. He I don't know if what kind of neighborhood he lived in. I mean, he looked like he was very well dressed and everything, so I'm guessing he was in a nice neighborhood. All the people that were surrounding him looked like they were nicely dressed and everything. But he was very generous. He would sit there and give away, somebody come up to him, hey man, can I have some money? Yeah, sure. Here you go. And I think he won tens of millions of dollars or something like that. And he ended up being murdered by his girlfriend. Yeah, she was like I saw a picture of her. She looked like some white crack whore or something. I don't know. She was a piece of trash. Yeah. So if you win the lottery, you're going to have friends that you never heard of. Hey man, remember me from back in the day? Yeah. So if you played the lottery, comment down below, and um, let me know if you played once or twice or many times or whatever. If you're just now tuning in, I've played 5 times again today. Yesterday I played 8. Today I played the same numbers today. So, and it's up to 1 point. Let me see if I can find out what it's up to now. It was up to $1.1 billion. Bear with me 1 second. I'll see what it's up to right now. Let's see here. Okay, so it's up to 1.4 billion with a B as in boy. The Mega Millions is up to 336 million. So, but you got the Mega Millions. I think the Mega Millions is United States. Correct me if I'm wrong. The North Carolina Powerball is the North Carolina Powerball. I remember playing me and my buddy back in the day before the North Carolina Powerball came. We would go across state line over into Virginia, go to the first gas station and buy a ticket. Of course, we never won. Good times though, right? Let me know if y'all if y'all ever did that. I think we used to go like up 29. And like the first gas station as you cross in is on the left. That's the only thing I remember. So anyway, yeah, the curse of the lottery. There's a nice couple that won, and the guy was basically the guy that won, I guess, or whatever. Anyway, he still lives a normal life. Well, as normal can be with a person who wins the lottery. So him and his wife, they went out and bought like a $2 million house with property and all that, the whole works and everything. And he has like, tons of old cars and, whatever. So he spurged a little bit. But apparently they're still doing very good because that's like all they've done. And he still works a regular, I don't want to say he works a job, but it's in a hometown of Nebraska. So if you know anything about Nebraska, it's like a little bitty town with like 5,000 people. That's, yeah. Anyway, so if you do win, choose to do the right thing. And what I mean is, don't go out and be stupid with your money. Be very, very smart, right? They say to hire a lawyer, hire a, what do you call it? A financial advisor. When it comes to that, I'd be like, okay, we'll see how much it costs, because they might want a big old chunk of change of that, whatever. Now me, I'm really good with money as far as saving my money. Let's put it that way. No, I'm not a millionaire or anything like that, as far as you know. Maybe by the time this podcast is over, I will be. So, maybe if I start going to church and I'll play Jesus and I'll get that rolling and everything. And yeah, hey, come on in. You want to meet Jesus? All right, cool. I'll cost you $1,000. I'm kidding. I asked mom one time, I said, Mom, what if I dressed like Jesus for Halloween or for Christmas? And she was like, "Oh my God, that's blasphemous." And I was like, "Yeah, but I dress like Santa Claus, and you don't really say anything about that." Anyway, well, I see about 5 people watching, or make that 4. Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all comment, man. I hope I allowed you to comment. I'm pretty sure I did. If you know me personally, text me or call me and say, "Hey, dude, there's something wrong." But anyway, if you're just now tuning in, if you got a story to share or a topic to share, say something in the comments, and I'll talk about it and everything, because I'm very knowledgeable and stuff. Let's move on. So I have all these different topics that I usually talk about. Some people like it, some people find it boring. Whatever. Some people listen to me just so they can fall asleep. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to do. I'm thinking about doing a late night show. So let me know what y'all think about that. And when I mean late night, I mean like back in the day, late night show. This show I can't do that on. But it would be strictly for adults only. Stuff like that. Well, let me know what y'all think about that. Think if I should do something like that. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Next topic. Stuff for sale. So for those who know me, know that I have a ton of Legos for sale. And when it comes to Legos, I do not play around. I have collectible Legos from when I was a kid. Right? They're serious. They're from like late 70s. Stuff like that. And I have 2 different stacks or piles of them. One of them is I have 265 pounds of Legos. Yes. Those giant 28-gallon tubs. Okay. I have 5 or 6 of those. Yeah. But they're worth a freaking ton of money. I know they are. I've done the research on them and everything. So, but if you are interested, if you are a big time roller and you want to have a good investment, hit me up. Cool. And they are sold in bulk, as a huge bulk. I also have comic books. I have over 500 comic books. Anything from DC to Marvel. I even have Doctor Who. So, yeah, a lot of my comic books, they go for, $5 a piece, whatever. I would like to sell them as a bulk, but I can sell them to whatever, if you are a serious buyer and if you'd like a private showing, I can do that. They start in the 60s and go up. Okay, so don't ask for any keys. Don't ask for anything from the 40s or anything like that. I ain't that rich. But yeah, I've stopped collecting comics. I was like, you know what? 500 and some is good enough. I don't need no more. So now it's time to sell. Anyway, if you collect Legos or comics, let me know in the comments. Let me know. Like to know if how many you got. Okay, moving on. I have other stuff for sale. Um, but we'll come back around to that. How about stuff to give away? Right now, I notice there's only 2 people watching now. Out of the billions of people in the world, there's only 2 people watching my show. Man, I tell you what, if I had a ton of money right now, I'd just give it to y'all because y'all are awesome. That's another thing. So my show is very, very small, right? And it's a variety show. I've had thousands of people look at it. I only have, I don't know, 70 subscribers, which ain't a lot. So, that one person left. So there's one guy left. So, hey, don't leave. Okay. Because I'm telling you something important. So, if you, well, this show will go on, it will post and then people can go back and watch it and everything. But my show is brand new, right? It's just now starting and everything. So a couple years from now, if I'm still doing the show and everything, the first 100 subscribers, if I get big or whatever, the first 100 subscribers or whatever, they will not be forgotten. So keep that in mind. Hint, hint. Right? Cool. So, hey, how you doing? ARSYL. What's up? How you doing? Welcome to the show. So since y'all are just now tuning in, we're talking about all kinds of different things. If you have a topic you'd like to share, please do so. This is a variety show. I will not talk about politics. That's out the door. If you want to talk about that, go see the other guys. They'll run all day with that. They'll run you into the ground. Anyway, welcome to the show. Y'all are cool. Y'all are on the cool level now. Okay, so I want to talk about something really important. Phone scams and dating scams. Okay. Now, for those of you who are tuning in, you should not be children because this ain't for children. This is for adults. Okay. Now, and I'm talking about from experience as far as scams and stuff like that. I've been very smart about it. And so, you got to have eyes in the back of your head, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, down to one person again. Well, that sucks. But anyway, I'm going to keep talking. So, scams, right? I guess those ones that just showed up, they were scam artists. Probably. I don't know. Hope not. Anyway, so scams. So, what these callers will do, I'm on I'm on a dating site. I'm on Facebook dating, whatever. I don't know if it just automatically put me on there or what, but anyway. So I get a lot of scammers on there. I know Facebook is aware of this and everything. So yeah. But anyway, what they'll do is well, first of all, you look at their profile and everything, and if they only show it's very simple. They'll show one picture and that's it, nothing else. Or if it's a girl, right? You'll see 6 different dudes as her friends, and that's it. And so, yeah, it's a dead giveaway, right? So anyway, they're basically they'll start off they'll be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And usually the picture is really good looking girl, and right off bat, I'm like, okay, good looking women don't find me attractive at all. You know, I'm an ugly dude. Okay. So, my hair is getting hot. But anyway, I'm joking. But anyway, so yeah, you see these chicks, and they're like, super freaking hot. And I'm sitting there going, all right, here we go. Here we go again for like the 5th time in this month, So, sometimes I mess with them, let them know how stupid I am. And red flags pop up everywhere. They'll say, hey, can you send me money? My mom's not doing too well, or I'm not doing too well, or something. As soon as they say, can you send me money, even if it's $1, scam. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That's good knowledge to have. I don't care what it is, what they say. As soon as they mention money, scam. It is. So just beware, right? But yeah, no, it is true that oh, thank you. I'd like to hear that. But it is true though that good looking women don't find me attractive at all. Never have. So they're and I'm sorry for being blunt, but that's the way I am. Truth hurts, but they're either huge and ugly, or they're drug addicts. It's just like bottom of the barrel, right? And don't get me wrong, I've dated fat girls before, and they nice as can be, whatever. But my point is like, if I could, I would show you a picture of somebody, but I'm not going to. But if that girl is like super freaking hot for me, now I'm not talking about you. Now you, whether you're a guy or girl, whatever, y'all might be good looking or whatever, and these hot girls are attracted to you, whatever. But as far as me, in my whole life, I've never had a super hot girlfriend, whatever, hit on me online, anything like that. So, yeah. I did make a funny video. It was true about online dating. If y'all want to look on, through my videos and find it, I think it's called online dating. Anyway, and I met this girl, and her picture was like, she was beautiful. And when I went to actually meet her, it looked like she looked like the Crypt Keeper. Yeah. So, I believe a lot of scammers are, based in India and stuff like that. There might be Russian, maybe. Most of the time, if you can actually talk to them, which I have, I had one call me up, and she was supposedly from Poland, and she did not sound American. She could barely speak English. And yeah, she was trying to get me to send her money to come here. And I was like, what? I'm like, no. So, if I don't personally know you, you ain't getting jack. So, sorry, I got to tie my hair. Basically. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah. Anyway, but just be wary of. It's easy to fall into those traps. It really is. If you're gullible, you will suffer, because what they do is they try to turn it around on you and make you feel bad, for not sending them money and stuff like that. And in the back of your mind, you're sitting there going, well, what if she is real? And I don't know if I want to mess this up. Maybe she is real. No, she's not real, dude. If she asks you for money, she is a scammer. She is fake. Hands down. Even if she tells you, well, all I want is just a little bit, I've got a huge inheritance coming or something like that, but this will tide me over until then. Well, I guarantee to you that she's already told that to 100 dudes already. So, and it works both ways. So anyway, hope you learned something from that. Okay. So let's talk about the alien ship. Once again, so I have kind of updates on that. I was kind of keeping up on it. It will be visible September 7th, and I'm just going by what scientists have said and everything, but it will be visible like in New Zealand and stuff like that or whatever. It won't be up on top of us, but it'll just, you'll see it way out there, It's supposed to show up in November, whether it be a spaceship or some chunk of rock. But the James Webb Telescope. Now, I'll tell you what, if you don't know anything about James Webb Telescope, that's that triangle telescope that we sent out there. Excuse me. And it detected a nuclear core in this thing. That's an engine, basically. I don't know if our submarines still run on nuclear, but our submarines used to have a nuclear core that was their fuel. So very, very interesting there. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. So I noticed nobody. If you're tuning in, just now tuning in, we're talking about all kinds of stuff. If you have a topic that you would like me to talk about, just message me in the comments and we'll talk about it. Right. I won't talk about politics, but mostly everything else. We'll see. But yeah. Hey, cool. Thanks for a thumbs up. I need some help, y'all. So I want to do something different on my podcast, but I cannot. Okay, I'm kind of computer savvy, and everything, but I need a lot of help on this. And it might be something that's super simple to do. But I want to be sitting here, and of course you'd have a widescreen instead of sitting there watching it on your phone right now, picking your nose. But anyway, I'm watching you. But no, just kidding. But anyway, I'll be sitting here and I'll have beside me a monitor. Yeah, I could go out and just buy a monitor. I have one, but I don't know if it'll work it's not up to date. But anyway, have a little monitor and show some clips of some movies or something. I'll be like, okay, we're going to take a little clip of this. We're going to, watch this and then talk about it and whatever. So anyway, but I was hoping to, instead of going out and buy a monitor, just pull up a PIP right here. Now, I know how to do it except in live streaming. So if you can help me out with that, let me know. But I'm not I'm not smart enough to do that. And like I said, it's probably something really simple. I don't know. I use like CapCut and Shotcut. So yeah, their Shotcut is probably better. It's more open source, so that's probably a little better. Everything. So anyway, um, hey, thanks for showing up. If y'all are just now tuning in, we're talking about all kinds of different topics. Okay, here and there and everywhere. If you have a favorite topic you would like to talk for me to talk about, let me know. Okay. Man, I tell you what, people just keep coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. It's crazy. So has anybody heard of this stuff called CataClean? It's catalytic converter cleaner. Let me know if you've used it on your vehicle and what do you think about it? Does it work? Let me know because I've got a bottle of it. I'm getting ready to put it in my tank and clean out my catalytic converters and my O2 sensors and all that. So let me know what you think about that. Okay, as far as like car stuff and whatever. I usually have a whole list of car stuff and everything, but I don't think anybody wants to hear about car stuff. So did I mention giveaways? I don't know if I did. So I will be hopefully doing a huge giveaway. No strings attached or anything like that. Except for you have to come get it. Right? I can't ship nothing out. Okay. That's my water, by the way. So thirsty. I stay thirsty, man. It's probably like all the salt that I eat. But anyway, I'll drink that thing. Shoot, I've been drinking that thing like twice a day now. It's like I don't know, it's like a gallon. Anyway, water's good for you, especially mine. I got well water. What about y'all? City water sucks. Yeah, giveaways. So basically stuff that I could not sell at the yard sale I had the other day. I try to tell everybody, like, y'all come on down, and nobody wanted to come, nobody wanted to listen. And I had stuff for like nice stuff for like $1 to $5, whatever. But yeah, people just not enough people showed up. Did I make money? Yeah, I made some money, but I didn't get rid of anything. So at the end of it, I was kind of like, well, shoot, I might as well just give this stuff away so I can clear out space and everything, I'd like to give the stuff to people who can use the stuff. I know you're sitting there going, oh man, I wonder what he's got. Well, I'm not going to show you. You just have to wait till I do a video. Okay. I'm hoping I can do a live video on it. Yeah. So what do y'all think about that? Y'all think that'd be kind of cool to do? Let me know. I want to show you something real cool. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. Okay. So I am not a survivalist, right? I'm not hardcore or anything like that. But this is called, it's a book bag, but it's also called a bug out bag. Okay. And so what this is like the most important stuff. This is your life right here. Okay. If the crap hits the fan, something happens, let's say that spaceship comes, or an asteroid comes and burns out everything or whatever, and you're left alive to survive and everything. You grab this bag right here, and this is your life. You kiss everything else goodbye. Okay. So I'm going to show you what I have in mind. Okay. So, and you might learn something from this, right? So let's see, and get a book bag with like lots of pockets. as many pockets as possible, because each one you put something in. Let's see, and hopefully nothing has gone bad in this, because I might have to go back. And so this is toiletries. So basically, like floss and toothpaste and what is this? Hydrocortisone, anti-itch cream, something like that. I don't know about you, but man, so I have very sensitive skin. I inherited it from my father, and like when I was growing up, when I was a teenager, I would break out in a heat rash, just be itching like everywhere, just around my waist, between my legs, and all that and everything. And dude, it was something that basically a secret that I had to carry with me for the longest time. And I tried hydrocortisone, and it would work temporarily and stuff like that. It got so bad that I had to go to the doctor, and they had to prescribe the actual pill for it. So, but anyway, you start itching like that, hydrocortisone, boom. Toothbrush, or as my dad would say, toothbrush. A pen. I think it still works. Should be brand new. Pair of scissors. A lighter. Does it work? Yeah, it works. Matches. Preferably waterproof. These aren't waterproof. This is a like a little toolkit, like screwdriver, Phillips head, stuff like that, and a bar of soap. Okay. I don't know why this is like it's stained. It's got some blick stuff on it. All right, let's see what else we got. All right. So this is a water filtration thingy. So so basically you just go up to a creek bed or whatever and suck up the water, and you can drink it. And anyway, first aid kit, small first aid kit. It's probably, got bandages in it and stuff like that. Then you have hydrogen peroxide. Now that is like probably a number one thing to have. Man, you get a cut or something like that, boom, pour that on there. You also have some off spray. That thing sure is light. I bet it busted. It probably did. It probably leaked out. I had to replace that. Yeah, I think it did, because this thing's all sticky. Look, bandages. Daddy. They're still good though. So anyway, hang on to that. That's all. More bandaging. Right. I can't believe that busted in there. That's kind of weird, because the button is like hidden down in there, but it's all out. And you know what's weird is I smelled something. I had this in my bedroom, and I smelled something in there and could not figure out to save my life what it was. Well, I think I know now. Oh, wow, man. Let's see. Kind of like a cup, drinking cup, I guess you could say. You got a drinking bottle. All right. Let's see what else we got. What else? What else? A bowl with a snap lid. Yeah, it's like a food bowl. Put some rice in there, something like that. That's another thing. Food. Okay. So you want food that's going to last like, years, or at least a year. Well, that's not closing. Anyway. Let's see what else. Okay, here we go. Run that around. In there. So I have this bag here. Bag within a bag within a bag. So this right here, this is a sewing kit. Yes, I know how to sew. It's got scissors in it. It's got everything you need. Sewing. The whole shebang. Right? You probably get something like that at I don't know, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, maybe Walmart. Man, that stuff is strong. Duct tape. Now it's either this duct tape or use the black Gorilla tape. Okay. I think preferably I like Gorilla tape. There's something about that. I don't know. Anyway, rope. Some rope. You never know, man. Well, it's got more matches. Put this over there. We have utensils, right? So it like clips all together. So you can you got a knife with a can opener, and you have fork and spoon, right? And then, it ain't over yet. Oh, very important. Zip ties, right? And these are just the small ones. But, if you get the bigger ones, whatever. They also make zip ties, the ones now, they have a little button on them. So you can just boop and then undo them. You can reuse them. Here is like a Swiss Army knife that has spoon, fork, and it'll come apart too. This thing's really cool, man. It's like some James Bond stuff, man. Ain't that cool? It's got a knife on it. That's a knife. Corkscrew and can opener style, whatever. Let's see. I got more. I'm a mess when I get done. Vice grips. You never know. Never know. Excuse me 1 second. I got people beeping me left and right and pulling me left and right. A good knife. Get a knife. If you ever have a pocket knife, there's two things that need to be on it. One, a side clip. Two, a serrated blade. See the serration right there? What that's for is for sawing through stuff. You still have the blade right here, and you have a nice point. And I have been looking for this knife for a year. I swear to you, I have. Because, well, I was going to whip it out. I have another one just like it, and I lost that one, and I went out and bought this one. And then I found my other one. So now I have two. I'm like, okay, we'll put this one in here. It's made by, it's a very good. Oh, also, no plastic. It's all metal. And it's made by Smith & Wesson. What's up? Just like the gun. Okay. And that's another thing. I'm not going to show you, but have a pistol, you know, whether it be a 22, you know, a 38, you know, a 9mm, you know, something like that. I guess you probably want something that's universal. I'm going to go with 9mm, but you have 45s and, you know, 380s. But I would probably stick with 9mm. A lot of people like them 9mm, like the Glocks. Can opener. Boy, that would be a lifesaver to have right there. I was actually watching some movie, and some person had this, you know, can of stuff. Man, they couldn't get into it. They didn't have nothing. They were sitting there trying to and bite into it. If only they had just a simple can opener. Oh, this is very important. A magnifying glass. You know what that's for? Starting fires. That's right. Now you got to get a good, really good sunny day, and you turn that thing just right. Oof, it works. I've done it. Another pair of scissors. Now, yeah, I showed you the other ones here. You know, these are little ones, but bigger ones. And you know what? These might glow in the dark. Well, that'd be good to have, wouldn't it? You'd be out in the woods and you drop them. Be like, oh, there they are right there. Yeah. Why would you have scissors? I don't know. A really good flashlight. Really good. Look at this little guy. Like, right? Like he's no bigger than that. But man, super bright. And it's got a regular Duracell battery in it. But if you could have a contraption that would charge your batteries up, I would definitely go with rechargeable batteries. Okay. I'm actually going to do a quick little short or podcast on rechargeable batteries, just on that, because they are really cool to have. I found out I still have the same rechargeable batteries I had 10 years ago, still going strong. Just charge them up every once in a while. I found that the double A's are way better than triple A's. They last way longer. So keep that in mind. Here's your, like, look at it like this. Notice how it's black, silver, and green at the bottom. Okay. It's made by Thunderbolt. You can buy these at Dollar General and Harbor Freight. I know. I'm not sure about anybody else. That's the way to go right there. I don't even know how many I got. Here's the charger. One of them. I got a couple of them. Right. You plug it in, and this whole thing lights up, man. It's not no little bitty bite. This whole thing lights up, and it's like, So really great to have. Let's see. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you what I'm missing here. I know you're probably sitting there going, "Oh man, you're missing this." Let me get a swig real quick. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. So, okay, when it comes to guns, okay, you want a pistol. Okay, right? We already covered that. You need a shotgun. I would buy the pump shotgun, either a 12 gauge or 410 if you can find one, pump without the bump stock. Just one that's kind of what we call sawed off, but it's not sawed off. It just has like a little pistol grip, whatever. So you want one of those. You need. I have one that's interesting. It is a single shot 410. It's only like maybe 3 feet long, and you can change out the barrel to a 22 bullet. So something like that. That'd be great for like just hunting squirrel, something like that. If you can get your hands on a crossbow or bow and arrow, crossbow are probably better though. Yeah, crossbows are cool. I've got one. And okay, so as far as that, the knife, you got your little pocket knives. You're good, whatever. But then you need an actual big, long hunting knife. Right. Okay. Yeah. A saw. They make these saws. It's a hand saw, cutting limbs off and everything. They're probably 2 feet long. I've got one. Sorry, I don't have it in front of me. But you fold it and close it like a knife, and they come in really good hand. So you need a folding shovel, kind of like they used to use in the military. One of those. That's basically, you would use that for mainly hiding your poo. Right? You dig a hole, do your business, cover it up. Right? That comes in handy. Let's see, what else? Clothes. Okay, so you're going to need clothes. If you live in North Carolina all year round, we got summer and we got winter. Everything in between, but still. So you clothes, you're going to have to, if you're living out there, if there's no shelter or anything like that, you need to have, a really good, reliable jacket, preferably one that you can roll up, long johns. I'm talking about winter, obviously. So long johns, if you can buy long johns from head to toe, great. Socks are very important. You got to keep your socks dry, and you got to have, I would probably get some, like hiking boots. If you can get some waterproof ones, that'd be great. Let's see, get a hat, whether it be a baseball cap or one that goes with the brim all the way around. You want to keep that sunlight off your face. I don't know if you've ever seen a homeless person, a real one, but they are like super tan, right? They look like leather. Last thing I can think of is sunglasses, right? Keep them harmful rays out of your eyes, because your eyesight is your eyesight, man. That's all you got, Yeah. If you have a good compass too. I can use the sun, unless it's like straight up. Then I have to wait and see which way it goes, Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to add anything, comment below if I left out anything. I know I covered a lot of it. Yeah. I told you we was going to talk about all kinds of different stuff. That's what I like to do. I like to have like a good variety of touch base on all kinds of cool things and whatnot. But definitely stick around. Not tonight, but I mean, listen out for my show where I'm going to talk about the giveaways. Free and clear, no strings attached, except for you got to come to me to get it, and that's it. Because I ain't gonna ship nothing out. I ain't gonna waste my time doing that. So I ain't gonna waste my money doing that here. But yeah, I like giving stuff away to people that can really use it. Don't really care for those people that take stuff and then turn around and sell it for a higher price. By the way, I don't know if y'all know, but I recently sold, finally, and I can't believe I did it, but I sold my original Nintendo game console in the box. Everything's there. My original Sega Genesis in the box. Everything's there. And my original first gen Sega CD. Everything there. And all the games that I had and equipment. And I hated to do it because it was nothing that I collected. It was something that was given to me when I was a child. And I was heartbroken when I saw it go. You don't even know. Even though I didn't play it no more, it was just something, memory that was taken away or given away. Let's put it. I gave away. I sold it to a nice young gentleman. He said that he doesn't know what he's going to do with it. He don't know if he's going to keep it or sell it. I told him to keep it. I was like, dude, 20 years from now, you're going to regret it if you sold it. I was like, a lot of people, they're building those rooms. You walk into the room, you've probably seen the videos. You walk into the room, and it's like a retro nostalgia vintage room. Like there's nothing but game systems and the box TV and all that and everything. By the way, if you got one of those box TVs, they're worth a lot of money now. They're probably worth as much as they were when they were brand new, if not more. And the reason why is because people want them for that nostalgia. People love nostalgia stuff, man. They do. They love old stuff like that. Clothes. Oh, I had a jacket, and it's the same kid. He took the jacket too. It was like a windbreaker. Yes, from the 90s, I think, maybe from the 80s, but it was a windbreaker. But yeah, he'll probably find out that thing's worth a fortune. By the way, did you have a windbreaker suit back in the day? Because I did. I had a green one, head to toe. I wore that thing out, man. If I still had it today, there's no way I could wear it. It was, I don't know. That thing was really stretchy. It was like poofy, I still have some retro clothes though. I do. I have some kind of like American Eagle jacket. A couple things like that. So I have some of them old the old brim hats that like the old men used to wear. Not a fedora, not that. I'm talking like the old fisherman hats. You know what I mean? I think on Grumpy Old Men or Grumpy Old Men, I think one of them wore one. But you always see like the old man, the old fisherman. But anyway, I've got two of those. They were my dad's. So, yeah. Well, anyway, we are going to end the show. I appreciate everybody tuning in. For that one person that's sticking with me, double thumbs up for you. I really appreciate everybody. Okay. I'm Rome, and I'll see you in the future. Hopefully on the giveaway. Okay. See y'all.